Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Please stand by as we take care of some technical difficulties. Well, not really difficulties. I'm just setting up my laptop, which is nearby, so that I have another way to see the chat box if necessary. Okay, there we go. So imagine if the actors from the Marvel Cinematic Universe were to play Major League Baseball against legends past and present. And then imagine a full 162-game season plus, and by plus I mean the playoffs and then hopefully the World Series. Well, I did that. I played the 162. I won 104 games in a created franchise on MLB The Show 20. Then I advanced past the Pittsburgh Pirates in the division round, the Milwaukee Brewers in the National League Championship round. Now it is time for the World Series. This is Game 2. The Avengers won the first game. They are up 1-0 in a best-of-7 series. First team to win 4 wins the World Series. So 3 more wins, and I get the championship. 3 more wins! As you can see from the screen, it's Mike Fultonewicz, I guess, versus Loki Tom Hiddleston. Let's jump into the calendar. These first 2 games are at home for the Hollywood Avengers, so let's drop in and play Game 2 of the World Series. Play the game. Okay. Play full game. We are the home team. Crosley Field. Looks good. Tom Hiddleston, again, is 1-0 with a 3.52 earned run average. Everybody looks good. Let's rock and roll. Let's do this. These are the playoff brackets. These are the lineups for the American League and National League champions. I hit, I pitch, I field. I do not run the bases. I let the computer run the bases for me. And the difficulty setting for the entire season has been set to All-Star for both hitting and pitching. And obviously I do play-by-play. So here we are live for some Major League Baseball World Series action. Game 2. The Cleveland baseball team visits the Hollywood Avengers. On the mound, Loki, also known as Tom Hiddleston. He's 1-0 in the postseason. This is his 3rd playoff start, 3rd playoff appearance. Leading off for the Cleveland baseball team is Edgar Martinez, hitting .426 during the postseason. Here comes, well, before we do the first pitch of the ball game, let's go to options, gameplay. Difficulty setting for hitting is set to All-Star. And the pitching difficulty is also set to All-Star. There we go. So it hits it foul, strike 1.
First pitch, 7:05.
In there, slider count is no balls and 2 strikes on Edgar Martinez. Oh, 2 pitch. Deep fly ball to left. Back goes Sebastian Stan near the warning track. Makes the catch for out number 1. And Game 2 of the World Series is underway, ladies and gentlemen. Starting lineup for the Cleveland Indians, or the Cleveland Guardians, as they are now called. Edgar Martinez is at third, Al Kaline in right, Eddie Murray at first. Ken Griffey Jr. is in center, Trevor Story is in short. Marcelo Osuna is the left fielder, the catcher is Salvador Perez, and so on and so forth. Al Kaline, the right fielder, hitting .304, 3 RBIs during the postseason. Here comes the pitch. In there at the knees, strike 1. Fly ball towards left center field gap. Racing over is the Winter Soldier. He will make the catch for out number 2. Next up, Hall of Famer Eddie Murray hitting .380, 3 homers, 18 runs batted in during this postseason run to the World Series. My goodness. 2 outs, bases empty. No score. Pitches low and inside, ball 1. So I am RC Robbin, and this is Avengers Baseball. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to press that like button. Swing and a miss at the fastball, 96 on the radar gun. Count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. Deep drive to center. Don Cheadle barely has to move. War Machine makes a catch to retire the side. 1-2-3 inning for Tom Hiddleston after half inning in Game 2 of the World Series. No score. The Avengers coming to bat. Oh, yeah. On the mound, Mike Fultonewich, I don't really know. It's his third start in the postseason. He is 2-0. He will face Anthony Mackie, cut the check. 475, 4 homers, 9 RBIs during this playoff stretch. He plays Sam Wilson, or the new Captain America. Slider outside corner, backdoor slider. Strike 1. Here it comes. That's a line drive. Base hit to center field. Cut the check for Anthony Mackie. Big turn at first, but he will hold. Next up, Spider-Man Tom Holland hitting .378 during the postseason. He goes on the first pitch. His inside throw down is not in time. It is a stolen base for Anthony Mackie. The new Captain America is now in scoring position with nobody out here in the bottom of the first. 1-0 count to Tom Holland. Here comes a pitch from Fultonewich. It's a fly ball to center field, playable for Ken Griffey Jr. Makes the catch 1-1. Hollywood Avengers starting lineup. Anthony Mackie's at short, Tom Holland's at second, Robert Downey Jr. is at first. The catcher, Mark Ruffalo, Chadwick Boseman's at third, Sebastian Stan is in left. Designated hitter today is Benedict Cumberbatch. Dave Bautista's in right and batting ninth and playing center field, Don Cheadle. 353, 4 home runs for Robert Downey Jr. Runner at second takes a pitch outside, ball 1. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. No score in Game 2 of the World Series. Checks the swing, pitches down and in, 2 balls and no strikes. During the regular season, Robert Downey Jr., or Iron Man, or Tony Stark, or whatever you like to call him, outside 3-0 count. He hit 26 homers, drove in 107 runs during the regular season, and he will take a pitch. I don't swing on 3-0. And that's why ball 4, runners at first and second, and only 1 out here in the bottom of the first. And up steps the Incredible Hulk, Mark Ruffalo. Mark's hitting .333. He has a homer and 11 RBIs during the postseason. Here comes the pitch from Fultonewich. High and tight, ball 1. Without a doubt, Mark Ruffalo was the most valuable player on the Avengers during this long regular season. Out in front of the slider, swinging and a miss. Count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike on the Hulk. Mackie leads off second. Robert Downey Jr. leads off first. The 1-1 pitch. Again, out in front of the slider, swinging and a miss. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. A little anxious at the plate with a runner in scoring position. Pulls the slider deep but foul. Count will remain 1-2. During the regular season, Mark Ruffalo drove in 142 runs, but he will not this day. However, Mackie will tag and go to third, so he'll be first and third with 2 away. Deep fly ball towards left center field gap was caught by Marcelo Zuna. Here's a replay. Hit it well, but couldn't get it past that left fielder. Next up is Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman, .361, a homer, 8 RBIs. Again, runners at first and third and 2 away.
Ball 1.
Pitches inside, ball 1. During the regular season, Chadwick Boseman hit .338, 22 homers, 83 RBIs. That's a deep drive headed towards the right center field gap. It is caught to retire the side. So 2 stranded at the end of 1 inning of play here in Game 2 of the World Series. No score. So we go to the top of the second inning. Up steps Ken Griffey Jr. He has 3 homers and 9 RBIs during the postseason. 2-run home run in yesterday's game. Fastball in there, strike 1. He had 332 during the regular season. Deep fly ball to center. It's got a chance. Back goes Sebastian Stan off the top of the wall. Makes the catch. He's going to go to third. That is a leadoff triple for Robert. Check that for Ken Griffey Jr. My goodness. Almost hit a solo shot to center field to lead off the top of the second inning. So next up is the shortstop Trevor Story, 319, 2 homers, 7 RBIs. Runner at third and nobody out. Outside corner, strike one. Looked low, but called a strike by the home plate umpire. Misses with the slider, 1 ball and 1 strike. Hiddleston wanted that pitch. Again, Ken Griffey is at third with nobody out. Ground ball off of his glove. Picks it up, fires, not in time. It's an infield RBI single for Trevor Story, and Cleveland takes an early 1-0 lead here in Game 2. Still nobody out, runner at first. Next up, Marcell Ozuna, 3 homers, 6 RBIs during the playoffs. Fouls it back, strike one. Pops it up, foul territory, charging is Tony Stark. Makes the catch, 1 away. Catcher Salvador Perez, 275, 4 homers, 9 RBIs. Steps up. Swing and a miss at the fastball, 96 on the radar gun, strike one. Fouls off the slider. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Perez. Runner leads off first. And he yanks it down the left field line. Out of play. Count will remain 0-2. 1-0 Cleveland here in Game 2 of the World Series. And it is a line drive to left. Charging is the Winter Soldier. Makes the catch. And there are 2 away. So 2 outs. Up steps Gene Segura. In the playoffs, he's hitting 184. He does have a homer. Runner leads off first. Pitch is low and outside, ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
Grounder backhanded by Tony Stark. Takes it himself. And they will retire the side. But RBI ground out from Trevor Story. And after 1.5, it's a 1-0 lead for Cleveland here in Game 2 of the World Series. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Up steps Sebastian Stan. 474, 3 homers, 10 RBIs. Steps up to lead off the bottom of the second inning. Swing and a miss late on the breaking ball, strike one. Fastball outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Out in front of the curveball, swing and a miss. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Bucky Barnes. That's a line drive the other way, and he will run for days as it hits that 366 sign in right field. He's going to make the turn and head to third. The throw in, the cutoff man makes the throw to third. It is not in time. It's a triple for the Winter Soldier. Leadoff triple. Let's watch the replay. They were playing him the pull and hits it down that right field line, and there's nobody there. By the time K-Line fields it and gets it back in, he makes the turn at second. No hesitation for the leadoff triple. Next up, the designated hitter, Benedict Cumberbatch, a homer, 6 RBIs during the playoffs. Fouls off the slider, strike one. Doesn't need a hit to get that run home, the tying run at third. Slider outside, 1 ball and 1 strike to Benedict Cumberbatch. Looking forward to the Multiverse of Madness, which will come out this year at some point. That's a deep drive. Back goes K-Line. Should be deep enough for a sacrifice fly. Makes the catch, tagging at third and heading home with Sebastian Stan. And indeed, it is a sacrifice fly and an RBI for Dr. Stephen Strange. And this ball game is tied at 1 here in the bottom of the second inning. Brand new ball game. Next up, Drax the Destroyer, Dave Bautista. 282, no homers, 3 RBIs. Pulls the slider, fouled on the left field line, out of play. Strike 1. Down and in, count is 1 ball and 1 strike to Dave Bautista. Ground ball backhanded by the third baseman. Martinez drops it, throws. Not in time. It'll be most likely an infield hit. And yes, the scores table will score it a base hit for Bautista. 1 out single. Next up is the switch hitting center fielder Don Cheadle, hitting from the left side. Quick throw to first, he's back. Bautista is eligible to steal. He does have his wheels. So runner at first, 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Tie ball game. Fouls off the fastball. Count is 0-1. Don Cheadle's hitting only .243 for the postseason. 3 RBIs. He's going. Pitches outside. Throw down is not in time. It bounces in front of second base. So it's a stolen base. Second stolen base of the inning. And there's a runner in scoring position for War Machine. Fastball in there, 95 on the radar gun. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes to Cheadle. Runner leads off second, only 1 out. Down and in, 2 balls, 2 strikes to James Rhodes. Pulls it deep. It's got a chance. It's headed towards that corner. It is Gunzo. It's a 2-run home run for War Machine Don Cheadle. And it's a 3-1 lead for the Hollywood Avengers here in Game 2 of the World Series. The Avengers already have a 1-0 lead in the best-of-7 series. First team to win 4 games wins it all. This pivotal Game 2. If the Avengers win, they take a 2-0 lead back to Cleveland. Obviously, the Cleveland baseball team are trying their best to split this series 1 game apiece. Here's the replay. Lineup turns over. Anthony Mackie singled in the first. Steps in. Grounds it backhanded by Eddie Murray. He takes it himself 2 away. 3-1 lead here on the bottom of the second for the MCU. Next up is Tom Holland. Flew out in the first. He's 0 for 1. Jams him. Lazy fly ball to center. And Griffey retires the side. But not before the MCU scores 3 times. 2 of them on a 2-run shot to deep right field. At the end of 2 innings of play here in Game 2 of the World Series. If the Avengers 3 and the Guardians won, the Cleveland baseball team won, you know the score. So we go to the top of the third. Up steps Colton Wong, only hitting at $186 for the postseason. A homer, 4 RBIs. Here's a pitch from Loki. Grounded, foul for strike 1. Grounded to first. Downey Jr. steps on the bag, and there's the first out of the top of the third inning. Lineup turns over for the Cleveland baseball team. Edgar Martinez flew out in the first. He is 0 for 1. Hiddleston deals. In there, strike 1. Edgar was one hell of a hitter in the 1990s. Played for the Seattle Mariners. Seemed to always hit 300. Out in front of the slider, swing and a miss. Count is quickly 0 balls and 2 strikes to Edgar. Deep drive. Looks like it'll be off the wall. Throws to the cutoff man. It'll be a 1-out double for Martinez. And the tying run will come to the plate here in the top of the third. Replay. Hits high off that wall. Another ballpark might have been a home run. Next up, right fielder Al Kaline flew out in the first. He is 0 for 1. Looked low and outside. Called a strike for the home plate umpire. Trust me, I will take it. Deep drive. Back goes Sebastian Stan, and it will be over his head. And it's going to be an RBI triple for Al Kaline and a 3-2 lead for the Avengers. My goodness, gave it a ride. Here's a replay. Really no chance for Sebastian Stan to come down with the pitch. So we have a runner at third and less than 2 outs. They can tie this ball game without the benefit of a base hit. Eddie Murray steps up. He's 0 for 1. And it's a deep drive that should be deep enough. Batista makes the catch. He has a cannon for an arm, but not quite that strong. We have ourselves a tie ball game here in the top of the third. 2 outs, bases empty, 3-3 tie. Next up, Ken Griffey Jr. hit a triple and scored a run in his first at-bat. Here's the pitch from Loki. Line drive, base hit up the middle. He's going to make the turn, throw. It's a double. 2-out double for Ken Griffey Jr. So he's got a triple and a double. He's halfway to a cycle. Actually, that. Next up, Trevor Story has an RBI single in his last at-bat. The manager is going to take a mound visit, talk to Loki, calm him down.
Nope, that's the ball.
Looked like a strike, called a ball. Count as 1 ball, no strikes. Deep drive. This time he will make the catch to retire the side. However, they scored twice. And after 2.5 innings of play in Game 2 of the World Series, this ball game is tied at 3. We go to the bottom of the third. Up steps Robert Downey Jr., hitting .353 in the postseason. Fultonewicz, I don't know how it's pronounced. Checks his swing, pitches low, ball 1. 3-3 ball game here in the bottom of the third. And that's a line drive headed towards right. It is caught at the warning track for out number 1. Nice play by Al Kaline in right. Here's the replay. Next up, the Incredible Hulk, Mark Ruffalo, who lined out in the first. He's 0 for 1. Checks his swing, slider outside, ball 1. Jams him with the 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. Did he check it? Yes, he did. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. Hitters count, 3 balls, 1 strike on deck, Black Panther. Here comes the 3-1.
Nope.
And he walked him. Pitch is inside, 1-out walk for Ruffalo. So next up is Chadwick Boseman, the late, great Chadwick Boseman, who we lost due to colon cancer in the year 2020. May he rest in peace.
Ball, that's low.
2-seam fastball low, ball 1. Hulk leads off first. Does not have a lot of running speed.
That's the ball.
Check the swing, count is 2 balls and no strikes to Chadwick. And it's a fly ball to right. There is Kaline, makes the catch for out number 2. Next up, Sebastian Stan, the Winter Soldier, had a triple in his first at-bat, scored a run. 2 outs, runner at first. Swing and a miss at the 98-mile-an-hour fastball, strike one. And he yanks the slider down the left field line. Out of play, count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes to the Winter Soldier. Curveball outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Did he check it? According to the first base umpire, yes, he did. Count will even at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner leads off first. Bottom of 3. 3-3 tie. Swing and a miss at the slider. Strikes him out. And the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on at the end of 3 innings of play. We have ourselves a tie ball game here in Game 2 of the World Series. So we go to the top of the 4th. Up steps Marcell Ozuna, who is 0 for 1. Hiddleston deals. In there, strike 1. Hiddleston won 18 games during the regular season. That was second to his brother Thor, who won 21 during the regular season. Misses outside with the breaking ball. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Fouls off the 2-seamer. Count is 1 and 2. Grounds it, foul. Count will remain 1 and 2. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase the slider down and away. First strikeout of the game for Tom Hiddleston. That's how you know he doesn't quite have his best stuff, when his first strikeout comes in the 4th inning. So, up next, Salvador Perez, catcher, 0 for 1. Swing and a miss the fastball, 97 on the radar gun, strike 1. Down and in, strike 2. Strike 3, swing and a miss at the slider, all down and away. He looks like he might have found something this inning. 2 strikeouts in a row. Next up, Gene Segura, grounded out in the 2nd. I hate to jinx it, but in there, strike 1. Pitches look a little more crisp. Misses with the changeup, 1 ball, 1 strike. 3-3 tie here in the top of the 4th. Game 2 of the World Series. Fastball misses inside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Pulls the slider down the left field line. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases empty. 3-3 ball game. Grounder to short. Backhanded by Mackie. Throws to first in time. And the side is retired. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Tom Hiddleston. After 3.5, we have ourselves a tie ball game in Game 2 of the World Series. Oh, yeah. Let's go to the bottom of the 4th. Up steps Dr. Stephen Strange, Benedict Cumberbatch. Here comes the pitch. 2-seam fastball, outside ball 1. Had a sacrifice fly in the first at bat. Can't say it's the first inning. Fouls off the outside fastball. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike to Cumberbatch. Grounder up the first base line. Murray tosses it to Fultonowicz, covering, and there is 1 out. Next up, Dave Bautista hit a single, scored a run in his first at-bat. 1 out, bases empty. Pulls the slider deep, but foul. Strike 1. Bautista hit .318 during the regular season. High, 1 ball, 1 strike. Again high, 2 balls and 1 strike. This is Avengers Baseball, the World Series Game 2. I am RC Robbin. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Slicing down the right field line, out of play. Count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. Did he check it?
Did he go?
Yes, he did. Count will go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Drax. Here comes the full count pitch. And he grounds it to the shortstop. Trevor Story makes the catch and the throw. And there are 2 away.
Now batting, number 10.
So, Don Cheadle steps up, 2 outs, bases empty. He had a 2-run home run in his first at-bat. I'm sure he would love similar results here. Outside corner with the strike. Count is 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball and 1 strike. Slicing the other way, deep but playable in front of the warning track. Ozuna makes the catch to retire the side. 1-2-3 inning for Fultonowicz. End of 4 innings of play here in Game 2 of the World Series. This ball game is tied at 3. So we go to the top of the 5th inning. Up steps Colton Wong, who grounded out in the 3rd. He is 0 for 1. Pitches inside, ball 1. Out in front of the slider, swing and a miss. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. Reaches out, slaps the 2-seam fastball down the left field line, out of play. 1-2 is the count. Strike 3 call, throws him with the slider, and there's 1 away. It's 3rd strikeout of the game for Hiddleston. Was it a strike? Let's watch. Perfect pitch. So 1 out, lineup turns over for Edgar Martinez, 1 for 2 with a double high off the left center field wall. Ground ball up the middle, snagged by Loki, throws to first, and quickly there are 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Next up, Al Kaline, who had an RBI triple in this game. He is 1 for 2. Bases empty with 2 down. Ground ball past the diving shortstop and 3rd baseman. It's a 2-out hit for Kaline, and he is 2 for 3. Perfectly placed ground ball through the shortstop and 3rd baseman. Next up, switch hitter Eddie Murray. Eddie Murray played for the Baltimore Orioles during his Hall of Fame career. Hit from both sides of the plate. 500-plus homers, 3,000-plus hits. He was a beast. Fastball in there, strike 1. Fouls off the slider, count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Tie ball game here in Game 2 of the World Series. And that ball is deep, and I don't think it's coming back. That is a 2-out, 2-run home run for Eddie Murray, and now the Cleveland baseball team takes a 5-3 lead here in Game 2 of the World Series. Ugh. Oh boy. Showed us why he's a Hall of Famer. Deepest part of the ballpark. Next up, Ken Griffey Jr. Foul tip into the glove, strike 1. Triples, doubled, scored a run. He's 2 for 2. 2-run lead here in the 5th inning for the Cleveland baseball team. Oh no, that ball's gone. Back to back and belly to belly. Cleveland baseball team now has a 3-run lead as Ken Griffey Jr. hits a solo shot, and the lead is now 6-3 here in the top of the 5th. Manager, bullpen, Bradley Cooper, Samuel L. Jackson. Manager, mound visit. Oh boy. Trevor Story's 1 for 2 with an RBI. Pitching coach out there to slow things down a little bit in case we need a little more time. In there, strike one. Loki was given a 3-1 lead in the third inning, and he was unable to capitalize. It's now 6-3, Cleveland. Slider high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Out in front of the changeup, swinging a miss, count is 1-2. Just wasn't his day. Strike 3 called, side retired. However, after 4.5 innings of play, Cleveland leads Game 2 of the World Series 6-3. This is Avengers Baseball. Before Anthony Mackie leads off the bottom of the 5th, the manager is going to go to the bullpen. Righty, righty, righty is going to bring in Bradley Cooper, scheduled to put him in the game. Here we go. Bottom of the 5th. Anthony Mackie's 1 for 2. Pitch is high, ball 1. Mackie is 17 for his last 30. Low, 2 balls and no strikes. That's a deep drive. It's got a chance. Back goes K-Line at the track, looking up. It's Gonzo. It's now 6-4 Cleveland. Solo shot for Anthony Mackie. Cut the check. The new Captain America gets them a little bit closer. Let's watch the replay. Oh! He had 22 home runs during the regular season. Next up, Tom Holland, the National League batting champion, is 0 for 2. Fouls it back to the 97-mile-an-hour fastball, strike 1. Fastball 99 on the radar gun, but outside, county wins 1 ball and 1 strike. Ball 2 is low, 2 balls, 1 strike. Backdoor slider, inside corner, count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. He's going to need to protect the plate now. Almost got him to chase, but the count will go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Spider-Man. Full count pitch from Fulton-Newich. Grounds it up the third baseline, foul. And the at-bat will continue. Count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Slow roller backhanded by Trevor Story. Long throw in time for out number 1. 6-4 Cleveland here in the bottom of the 5th.
Now batting, number 12.
Next up, Robert Downey Jr. Walked in the first officially. He is 0 for 1 in the game. Here comes the pitch. Deep drive, but it will curl out of play for strike 1. Last 9 games, he is 12 for 34. That is a fly ball to center field routine play for Ken Griffey. And that's the 2nd out. Next up, Mark Ruffalo walked, scored a run. He's 0 for 1. Fouls off the 2-seamer, strike 1. During the regular season, Mark Ruffalo had 216 base hits. That's 2nd on the ball club behind Tom Holland. Pitch is high, 1 ball, 1 strike. He had 37 homers and 142 runs batted in during the season. Off the plate, 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. 6-4 lead for Cleveland. Outside again with the slider. Hitters count. 3 balls and 1 strike. On deck is Black Panther. Out in front of the slow breaking ball. Count will go full. 3-2. That's a line drive headed the other way, and it's going to roll all the way to the wall because they were playing him to pull. He's going to make the turn. It's going to be a close play at second, but he will be in there with a 2-out double. Ruffalo smash. The tying run will come to the plate. Here's the replay. Sometimes the shift burns you because this would have been a single. So runner in scoring position in 2 outs for Chadwick Boseman. Indians bullpen is active. And that's a base hit. Rounding third and heading home is the slow-footed Hulk. But the throw is up the line, and it's now a 1-run ball game. Cleveland leads 6-5, thanks to the RBI single by Black Panther. Wakanda forever, baby. And it's now 6-5 Cleveland here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the replay. Hard ground ball through the left side. This is Avengers baseball. This is Game 2 of the World Series. Welcome to the broadcast. Please like the video. Up next, Sebastian Stan, the Winter Soldier. And that's a blue base hit over the head of the second baseman and into right field. It'll be first and second with 2 outs. And the tying run is now in scoring position here in the bottom of the 5th. Up steps Benedict Cumberbatch, left-handed hitter. And that's a deep drive headed towards the left center field gap, and it's going to be in there. And it's 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. It'll be a 2-run double and a lead for the Hollywood Avengers. They now lead 7-6. Thanks to the Sorcerer Supreme. Here's the replay. He just hit it with authority, served it into that left center field gap. And by the time that ball reached back to the infield, 2 runners had crossed the plate. 7-6 lead for the MCU. Terry Francona, the manager of the Cleveland baseball team, has seen enough. He makes the call to the bullpen. He wants the right-hander. He was given a 6-3 lead and was unable to hold it. Out of the bullpen, Orlando Reyes, who's pitching in his second game in the postseason, pitched 3 innings, gave up 1 earned run. Next up is Drax the Destroyer, 1 for 2 with a single, 3 for 6 in the series. Swing and a miss at the fastball, strike 1. So we have a runner in scoring position at second. 7-6 lead for the MCU in this pivotal game 2. Inside ball 1, count as 1 ball and 1 strike. Line drive caught by Edgar Martinez at third to retire the side. But they score 4 times, and after 5 innings of play, Game 2 of the World Series is an official ball game. The Hollywood Avengers lead 7-6. Oh yeah. Do you want to change pitchers? Yes, I do. It's time for the voice of Rocket Raccoon to come in and pitch. His name is Bradley Cooper. This is his third appearance out of the bullpen for the Avengers in the postseason. He was a starter during the regular season and won 12 games. Leading off is Marcell Ozuna for the Cleveland baseball team. He is 0 for 2. And here's the pitch. Can't get around to the fastball. Foul ball, strike 1. 7-6 MCU here in the top of the 6th inning. High but called a strike. Count as quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Ozuna. Fork ball low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, the cut fastball, strikeout, and there's 1 away. Next up, catcher Salvador Perez, 0 for 2. Fouls off the 2-seam fastball, strike 1. Cut fastball outside corner, count is 0-2. Fouls it upstairs behind home plate, out of play. Count will remain 0-2. Deep drive down the right field line, out of play. Count remains 0-2. Hit it on the nose, but could not keep it fair. Line drive past the diving attempt by Anthony Mackie and into center field. It's a 1-out single for Salvador Perez. Here's the replay. thought he might have had a chance to snare that. Gave up the body, but couldn't get a glove on it. So next up is Gene Segura. 0 for 2. He's 1 for 6 in this series. At the knees, strike one. 7-6 Avengers here in the top of the 6th inning. Grounder, 4, 6, 3. Scooped out of the dirt by Tony Stark to retire the side. So, no runs, 1 hit, none left on at the end of 5.5. It's the Hollywood Avengers 7. The Cleveland Indians, Guardians, Cleveland baseball team, whatever you want to call them, they are trailing 7-6. So we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Up steps Don Cheadle, who had a 2-run home run in his first at-bat. Feels like a long time ago. That's a deep drive, and that's got a chance. It is Gunzo. That's a solo home run for Don Cheadle, his 2nd homer of the ball game, and the Avengers now lead 8-6. Oh yeah, War Machine, James Rhodes. 8-6 Avengers. Here's a replay. Oh, gave it a ride. Lineup turns over. Anthony Mackie, 2 for 3 with a homer and a single. Fastball outside corner, strike one. So it's a 2-run lead for the MCU here in the bottom of the 6th in this pivotal game 2. Every game's pivotal in the World Series. Fouls it off, count is quickly, no balls, and 2 strikes. Every game is pivotal. I mean, it's the World Series. Fouls it back, count. Stay right where it is. The new Captain America standing at home plate. And that hit him. So he's going to be awarded first base. So it's the same as a leadoff walk. Got him on the thigh. Next up is Tom Holland. Tom was the batting champion during the National League during the regular season with .355 average. He's 0 for 3 today, however. He's going on the first pitch. It is high. The throw down is in time. You will not cut that check. You're thrown out. I think he might have been safe regardless, but let's see. I think he might have been safe regardless, but what can you say? Terrible angle, huh? So bases empty, 1 out for Tom Holland. Checks his swing, fastball low, ball 1. That's a deep drive headed towards the left center field gap, and it will 1-hop to the fence. It is a 1-out double. It's a shame that he was caught stealing, because on that double, he would surely have scored from first base, and it would have been a 3-run lead for the Hollywood Avengers. Now it's simply runner at second and 1 out. Next up, Robert Downey Jr. 0 for 2 with a walk. And he pulls it deep but foul. Strike one. Orlando Reyes has not offered much relief out of the bullpen. Fastball low and outside. Ball 1, count as 1 ball and 1 strike. Tom Holland leads off second. 1 away. Sinky fastball low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Just gets a piece of the changeup. Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner leads off second. 8-6 lead for the Avengers here in Game 2 of the World Series. Fouls it back. Count stays 2-2. And he yanks it foul. The at-bat will continue. Count will go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. On deck, Mark Ruffalo. And that's a drive which isn't coming back. No, wait. I'm sorry. It was deep, but it was caught at the wall on the warning track by Al Kaline for out number 2. My fault. I got a little ahead of myself. So 2 outs, runner at second, up steps the Incredible Hulk, Mark Ruffalo, 1 for 2 with a double. It's still 8-6 Avengers. Grounds it, foul, strike one. Damn, I got excited about that one.
Ball.
Good evening, friend. IFT Nation is in the house. Welcome to the live stream. This is game 2 of the World Series. Avengers versus the Cleveland baseball team. Fouls it back. The count is 1-2 to Mark Ruffalo, the Incredible Hulk. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning. The MCU has an 8-6 lead. And that's a line drive, which is heading towards the right center field gap. And the runner will score. It's going to be an RBI double for Ruffalo's smash. And the MCU now leads 9-6. You're obviously good luck, IFT Nation. Welcome to the live stream. Let's see the replay. Hits it over the head of the second baseman, and it just rolls for days. So 3-run lead, up steps Black Panther. RBI single today, he's 1 for 3. Fouls off the fastball, strike 1. So we have a runner in scoring position with Mark Ruffalo. He does not have speed. So Mark Ruffalo is going to need a solid base hit to get him to score from second. Pitch is high, count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ground ball up the middle, fielded by Trevor Story, throws to first, in time, side is retired, but the MCU scores another insurance run. And after 6 innings of baseball here in Game 2 of the World Series, the Avengers lead by 3, 9-6. Oh yeah! So we go to the top of the 7th inning, up steps Colton Wong, who's 0 for 2, hitting only a $178 for the playoffs. Bradley Cooper in relief, out there for his 2nd inning of work. Tries to bunt himself on for a base hit. Fouls it off for strike 1. Line drive the other way. Charging is Sebastian Stan. Makes the catch for out number 1. It's time to go to the bullpen. Manager, bullpen. Sam Jackson. I'm going to sit Sam Jackson down. Sit him down. I'm going to warm up Josh Brolin, and I'm going to warm up Stan Lee. Those are kind of like my setup men in the 8th and 9th inning. Fouls off the fastball, 96 on the radar gun. Count to Edgar Martinez is no balls and 1 strike. Fouls off the fastball down and in. Count is 0-2. So the World Series, for those that are unaware, is a 7-game series. What that means is the first team to win 4 games out of 7 wins the championship. The Avengers already have a 1-game lead. Fielded by Spider-Man, fires, got him, 2-away. The Avengers already have 1 win in their back pocket. They need 3 more to win the championship. If they win today, they will have a commanding 2-0 lead in that best of 7. So 2 outs, bases empty in the top of the 7th inning. Al Kaline has a single, a triple, an RBI. He is 2 for 3. Can't get around on the fastball. Foul ball, strike 1. Just gets a piece of the changeup. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Grounds it up the first base line. Count will remain no balls and 2 strikes. Al Kaline was another legendary Hall of Famer. 500 home runs for the Detroit Tigers, I think in the 1950s. Checked his swing down and in. Count is 1-2. Just gets a piece of the cut fastball to stay alive. Count remains 1-2. 9-6 lead for the Avengers here in the 7th inning. Cooper deals, the voice of Rocket Raccoon. Again, late on the fastball, 97 on the radar gun. And the at-bat will continue. Grounder, backhanded long jump throw from Black Panther. In time, side retired. Get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. The 7th inning stretches here. Look at this Gold Glove play from Black Panther. Wakanda forever, baby. It's Game 2 of the World Series. Chaz Rowe comes in to pitch for the Cleveland baseball team. His 11th appearance out of the bullpen in the postseason. He has been active. But before Sebastian Stan steps up, the manager is going to go to his own bullpen. Switch hitter, lefty, righty. Josh Brolin. scheduling to put Josh Brolin in the game. Let's rock and roll. So when it's our turn to pitch, the man who played Thanos will step on the mound. Sebastian Stan is 2 for 3 today. Here's a pitch from Chaz Rowe. Checks his swing, pitches in there, strike one. Nasty slider. Slider way outside, count is 1 ball and 1 strike. 9-6 lead here in the bottom of the 7th. Slider inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Now that's a beard. That ball is high. It is far. That ball is gonzo. That's a solo shot for the Winter Soldier. MCU. Solo shot, and it's now a 9. No, check that. Double digits in runs. 10-6. Avengers lead. Oh, yeah. Let's watch the replay. Bucky Barnes. Bang. The only question is whether it would go fair or stay fair or go foul, and it stays inside that left field foul pole. Got to put the drink down, pick up the controller, because it's time for Dr. Stephen Strange to step up to the plate, and he's going to pull it foul into the seat, strike one. So it's a 4-run lead here in Game 2. Winter Soldier, you got that right. So Benedict Cumberbatch has a double today and 3 RBIs. He has a sacrifice fly and a 2-run double in the designated hitter slot. Checks his swing, pitches high. 2 pitchers warming in the Cleveland bullpen. 1-1 count. Here's a pitch from Rowe. Fouls it back. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. So the Avengers had a 3-1 lead, and Cleveland rushed out to a 6-3 advantage. And from 6-3, it has been all Avengers. Checked his swing in there, strike 3, and that's the first out here in the bottom of the 7th. Caught him looking. Next up, Sebastian, check that. Next up is Dave Bautista, 1 for 3 with a single. Swing and a miss at the slider, strike 1. Dave Bautista, professional wrestler before he turned actor. Now he is Drax the Destroyer from the Guardians of the Galaxy. That's a deep drive. It is off the wall. He will round first and head to second. It's going to be a 1-out double. You can't hit anything over his head. He'll catch it. Drax the Destroyer is on scoring position at second base. So next up is War Machine Don Cheadle, 2 for 3. He has 2 home runs today. A solo shot and a 2-run shot. Cut fastball outside, ball 1. 2 homers, 3 RBIs in today's game. Switch hitter batting from the right side. Check that, the left side. Always get my lefts and my rights mixed up. And that is a simple grounder to second, Wong over to first for out number 2. The runner moves to third on the ground ball out. So there'll be another insurance run 90 feet away, but there is 2 away. Lineup turns over. Anthony Mackie is 2 for 3. It seems like everyone in the lineup is 2 for 3. When you score 10 runs in a ball game, it has to come from somewhere. We need a hit to get that 11th run. Let's see what happens. Fouls it down the left field line, out of play for strike 1. So I am RC Robbin. This is Avengers Baseball, the World Series Game 2. Thank you so much for watching. If at any point this season you have hung out, watched, commented like you have, Mr. IFT Nation, I sincerely appreciate it. It's been a long season, which will come to a conclusion soon enough. I just wanted to say thank you.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Checks the swing. Count, ball is down and in. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike to Mackie. Runner leads off third. Here's the pitch. And that ball's got a chance. It's back goes K-Line looking up. Gonzo, that's a 2-run home run. Cut the check for Anthony Mackie, the new Captain America. And it's now 12-6. Avengers lead in Game 2 of the World Series. Bang. Well, glad that to get your support, Mr. IFT. IFT Nation is in the house. In relief, Dan Winkler. This is his 6th appearance in the postseason. No win-loss record. He's only pitched 3 1/3 innings. Next up, Spider-Man Tom Holland. 1 for 4 with a double today. Down and in, ball 1. Fouls off the cutter. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. A 6-run lead for the Hollywood Avengers. Cut fastball low. 2-1. Low again. Hitters count. 3 balls, 1 strike. On deck, Tony Stark. It seems like the inning that will never end. Love it. I love it. That's a deep drive, but playable for Ozuna to finally mercifully retire the side. So they score 3 more runs here in the bottom of the 7th and take a 12-6 lead. Game 2 of the World Series. This is Avengers Baseball. Do you want to change pitchers? Yes, I do. In relief comes the man who played Thanos in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Josh Brolin. This is his 3rd appearance on the mound for the Hollywood Avengers. He will face switch hitter Eddie Murray, who will turn around and bat from the right side against the lefty Thanos. Can't get around on it, slicing, out of play, strike 1. Like I said earlier, Eddie Murray was a beast when he was a player. He played in the 1980s. He was a switch-hitting first baseman, perennial all-star, 500 homers, 3,000 hits. The count is now 0-2. Checked his swing, but foul tip into the glove. What did you think of the drone video? I loved it. To be honest with you, Mr. IFT Nation, I've seen those videos before. Actually, this year was the first time I've seen them on YouTube, and they're great. A lot of these Chinese companies do these coordinated drone things where they send thousands of drones in the air and do these different designs. It's awesome. So 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Up steps Ken Griffey Jr. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Thanos fires, got him. And there are 2 quick outs here in the top of the 8th. 2 outs, bases empty, up steps Trevor Story. RBI single today, he's 1 for 3. Just gets a piece, fouls it off, strike 1.
Ball. Down.
12-6 curveball misses low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Oh, you have good taste, Mr. IFT Nation. Ken Griffey Jr. was a legend. Over 600 homers in his career. Gold Glove center fielder. He was amazing. Broke my heart many times as a Yankee fan. So that's a 2-out single for Trevor Story, shortstop. Marcell Ozuna, manager, will go to the bullpen and bring in Stanley. Put him in the game. The right-hander, Excelsior, will pitch in his 2nd game in the postseason. It's not the closer. He's usually the right-handed setup guy. Just gets a piece of the screwball, strike 1. Down and in, ball 1, count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, that's a good choice too, Babe Ruth. I think honestly, if we're going to go back that far, obviously the pitch that you just saw was fouled down the left field line. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. If we're going to go back that far, Lou Gehrig is probably, I like Lou Gehrig from the 27 Yankees a little more than Babe Ruth. But of course you can't go wrong with Babe Ruth. Line drive to center. Don Cheadle makes the catch to retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's a 12-6 lead in Game 2 of the World Series. Avengers lead. Yes. We go to the top of the... No, check at the bottom of the 8th. Up steps Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. Dan Winkler still out there on the mound. Fastball outside corner, strike 1. In the Indians bullpen, the right-hander Ryan Harper and the lefty Luis Avilan. Avilan? I don't know. Point is, the bullpen for the Cleveland baseball team is active and throwing. Checked his swing, did he? No, he did not. According to third base umpire, says he went too far, and he doesn't like the call at all. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. That's a drive, and that one is going to be off the wall. It's going to be a double, lead-off double for Tony Stark. We love you, 3000, Tony. We love you, 3000. Next up, the Incredible Hulk, Mark Ruffalo. Runner in scoring position. That's a deep drive. I don't think anyone's getting that one. It's off the wall for an RBI double and a 13-6 lead for the Hollywood Avengers. In this ballpark, Crosley Field, the designated home ballpark for the Hollywood Avengers, there is a huge scoreboard in left center field. Look how high that hit off the wall. That would have been a home run in any other ballpark. Next up, Black Panther. 7-run lead for the Avengers here in Game 2. When will it stop? Fouls off the cut fastball. Count is no balls, 1 strike. I wish I could save some of these runs for Game 3 and Game 4 of this series. That's a deep drive that's got a chance. That ball is high. It is far. That ball is gonzo. It is a 2-run home run for Black Panther, Wakanda forever. And this is now a 15-6 lead for the Hollywood Avengers. Oh, yeah. Let's watch the replay as I drink some liquid. I'm getting dehydrated. I need to get hydrated. No one's getting that one. Gone. In relief, Ryan Harper, the right-hander. This is his 4th appearance out of the bullpen in the postseason. 15-6 Avengers here in the bottom of the 8th. Sebastian Stan is 3 for 4. He needs a single to hit for the cycle. He has a single. No, he needs a double. I'm sorry. Double to hit for the cycle. Grounds it. Foul. Strike 1. Double shy of the cycle. Pardon me. Here comes the pitch. Fastball just misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. For those of you that are unaware of what cycle means, it means to hit in one game a single, a double, a triple, and a home run all in the same game. Very rare. Swings at the high and tight fastball. Count as 1 ball and 2 strikes to Sebastian Stan. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th, by the way. Low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. It seems from these first 2, if these first 2 games are any indication, it seems like the Cleveland baseball team is no match for the Avengers. Out in front of the slider, swinging and miss, struck him out. There's 1 away. Next up, Benedict Cumberbatch. He has 3 RBIs today. He had a sacrifice fly and a 2-run double. Swing and a miss at the fastball, strike 1. Jams him, but looks like it may dunk in there for it. It's a base hit to center. It's a 1-out single for Dr. Stephen Strange. Here's the replay. In on his hands, but he just muscles it out over the infield. Next up is Dave Bautista. Runner at first, 1 away. Dave is 2 for 4. Out in front of the changeup, swinging the miss, strike 1. Slow breaking ball. 9-run lead in Game 2 of the World Series. Did he swing? No, he did not, according to the first base umpire. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike. Benedict Cumberbatch leads off first. Dave Bautista at the plate. And that's a line drive to right. Back goes the fielder. Al Kaline makes the catch, 2 away. So Don Cheadle has 2 home runs and 3 RBIs. Pitch is low, ball 1. How many players have had 3 home runs in one playoff game, much less a World Series game? Can Don Cheadle get home run number 3? He will not. He'll get a base hit. And it'll be first and second. He'll get a single. So that's his 3rd hit of the ball game. Here's the replay. He gets a line drive the other way. Lineup turns over. Anthony Mackie steps up. He is 3 for 4 with 2 home runs himself. Can he get his 3rd home run of the game? Pitch is high, ball 1. How many players have had 3 home runs in one World Series game? We know Reggie Jackson did it in 1977. Off the leg. Backdoor slider finds the corner. Count evens 1 ball, 1 strike. Nasty pitch. Tough pitch to hit. Runner leads off first and second. 2 away. Fastball low, 2 balls and 1 strike. To Mackie. Hitters count, 3 balls and 1 strike. On deck, Spider-Man. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. And that's a line drive base hit. It'll be bases loaded as the runner at third will hold. So again, he doesn't get his 3rd home run, but he gets his 4th hit of the ball game. 4 hits for the new Captain America. So the bases are loaded for Spider-Man with 2 outs. It's already a 9-run lead. I wish I could bottle up some of these runs for game 3. Tom Holland is only 1 for 5. He seems like the only hitter in this lineup that has not had a great game. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. He hit .355 during the regular season to win a batting title for the National League. Grand Slam would be nice. Pitches outside, count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Nowhere to put him. The bases are loaded with Avengers. Let's see what happens. Brian Harper deals. Chases a slider. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes, and the Cleveland is 1 strike from getting out of this without the runs scoring from around these bases. Let's see what happens. Pitch looked like it might have been at the knees, but called the ball. Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded, 15-6. Game 2 of the World Series. Here it comes from Harper. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. He can't know where to put him. On deck is Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. Here comes the full count pitch. The runners will all be in motion. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Side retired. We go to the 9th inning. Last licks for the Cleveland baseball team. With the MCU leading the World Series 1-0. They are on the verge of going up a commanding 2-0 lead in the World Series. This is Avengers baseball. Leading off in the 9th for the Cleveland baseball team, Salvador Perez, 1 for 3 with a single. Intense. I'm sweating up a storm over here. My armpits are gross. Stan Lee still on the mound. Fouls it off, strike 1. In 3 more outs, and the Avengers will have won game 2 of the World Series. Here's the pitch from Stan Lee. Out in front, swing and a miss. The sinking fastball count is quickly. No balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. The cut fastball struck him out. There's 1 away. They are 2 outs away from a game 2 victory. Gene Segura steps up. He is 0 for 3. Here's the pitch from Stan the Man Lee, making his cameo. Breaking ball in there, strike 1. Fouls off the cut fastball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Segura. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on the 2-seam fastball. And the Avengers are 1 out away from winning game 2 of the World Series. Here's the pitch. It was probably high. Tied him up kind of on that inside part of the plate. Nevertheless, representing the final out of the game is Colton Wong, who is 0 for 3 and 0 for 7 in this series so far. Here's the pitch. went too far. Breaking ball down and in, tied him up in knots. That's strike one. Swing and a miss, strike two. And the Avengers are one strike away from winning Game 2 of the World Series. Breaking ball low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fouls it off. I do sometimes. I'm critical for myself for the play-by-play. I like to analyze my play-by-play and the calls and how I can do it better. So sometimes I rewatch the streams just to see how I did. But not all of them. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Lines it into the seats. Count will remain 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ground ball backhanded by Mackie. Cut the check. Side retired. Ball game over. Game 2 of the World Series belongs to the Avengers, 15-6. And they've taken a commanding 2-0 lead in the best-of-7 World Series here at Crosley Field. Next game, after a day off, Game 3 of the World Series will resume at Cleveland. Ooh, thank you for always being real. Oh, of course, what am I going to, being honest, Mr. IFT Nation. Thank you for being present. Thank you for being a part of the live stream. I sincerely appreciate your support and your kind comments. Thank you so much. Anyway, 15 runs, 21 hits, no errors for the Hollywood Avengers, 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Cleveland Baseball Club. Back when this game was made, they were the Cleveland Indians. Now they are probably called the Cleveland Guardians. We'll just call them the Cleveland Baseball Team for the time being. And as we watch the Avengers celebrate their Game 2 victory, we will go to the player of the game with 4 hits and 2 home runs. Cut the check for Anthony Mackie. He is your player of the game. The winning pitcher, Tom Hiddleston, although he did not pitch well, when you score 15 runs, inevitably you will benefit. Tom Hiddleston is 2-0. Mike Fultonewicz is 2-1 in the postseason. My next stream is probably going to be my next stream after baseball. I'm not really 100% sure. I'm still working on an Assassin's Creed Valhalla stream. I'm probably going to do that tomorrow. And then take the day off for baseball and then come back on. Today is Tuesday. Come back on Thursday with Game 3 of the World Series. Anyway, as you can see, this is the matchup. Tom Hiddleston gets the win, the final. Here in Game 2 of the World Series, Hollywood Avengers win 15-6. This one was particularly satisfying. I don't usually score that many runs in a game. So again, thank you, IFT Nation. I will see you soon, whether it's in the next baseball stream on Thursday or it's something else. I will look forward to having a conversation with you again. And thanks to anyone in the background who was hanging out, watching for a couple of minutes, didn't comment. I appreciate you as well. So have yourself a great night, and I will see you all again soon.